Good evening, everyone. My name is Peggi Trusty. I help audiences understand how to get through the lemons in life by talking to them about the salty, the sweet, and the sour of living with ADHD. I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I don't like it. It was very challenging growing up with ADHD. I was always getting in trouble. Do you know someone with ADHD? Do you know children that have ADHD? And they're running around and they're jumping around and you want them just to hold still or be quiet or just do something other than what they're doing? Yeah, I have ADHD. So when I was a little kid, I'll just tell you a quick little story. When I was a little kid, my mother, she purchased this little plant. It's called a pocketbook plant. And it has these little velvet petals, and it's like these little bubbles. And it was really amazing. And I was looking at this plant, and my mom said, "Peggy, don't touch the plant." And of course, I wanted to make my mommy happy, right? Yes? I wanted to be good. But it was so pretty. It was really pretty. It was velvet, and so when she wasn't looking, I touched it. And I squeezed one, and it's like little air. It's air in there, and you could squeeze it. I'd never seen anything like that. But it was a present for her grandmother. You know, they like plants in my family. Everybody has a green thumb except me. So she bought this plant for her grandmother, and she took it to her grandmother's house, and they set the plant in the living room. And because it's so pretty, I went and sat next to the plant. And everybody was having dinner and stuff, and most of the adults were in the other room, and I wanted to sit next to the pretty plant. And so I kind of forgot that my mom had told me not to touch it because it was just so beautiful, and you like to touch, because this is pretty too, right? And so when I saw it, I wanted to touch it. When you see something pretty, you want to touch it. And so I touched the little petal and I squeezed it, and I said, "Mom, I could just put one in my pocketbook, like a little flower. Put the pocketbook in my pocketbook, right?" And then I put it in my pocketbook, and then I picked another one. And I want to be good. I do. I wasn't trying to literally destroy a plant. But I picked another one. You're laughing at me. I was trying so hard to be good. And so eventually I picked another one. And so it was time to go and eat. And they called us into the other room. And I went into the other room with everyone else. And I'm eating, and my mom goes into the living room, and she says, my middle name is Janelle. "Peggy, Janelle! What did why didn't she call somebody else? There's other kids there. Why gotta be me? Why didn't she say, who picked all the flowers off the plant? Peggy, Janelle!" And I said, oh. And I didn't want to get in trouble, so she asked. I said, "No, it wasn't me." Because I didn't want to get in trouble. I'm trying to be good. So she says, I said, "Mommy, it wasn't me." She said, "Peggy, let me see your pocketbook." She opened my pocketbook, and inside, no matter what I did growing up, it was wrong. And it was hard to fit into the box that everyone else wants you to fit in, because it's not that you're trying to be bad. You want to do what you're supposed to do. You want to fit in. You want people to like you. You don't want, I grew up in the early 80s and people got spankings back then. I know that's kind of like, don't nobody spank your kid now, but I got plenty of spankings. I didn't want to get another spanking. But see, with those situations, I began to get older and my self-esteem was low. Because no matter what I did, no matter where I went, I felt that I was going to be the one to get in trouble. I was going to be the one that would not be able to finish anything. I would be the one that would stand out for being bad. Limiting beliefs. How do you get beyond the limiting beliefs? The things that you say to yourself in your mind that stop you from moving forward. Because your purpose to go forward, your purpose to go ahead, you have gifts and talents and a purpose inside you, but you have these beliefs about yourself that stop you from moving forward. They said I wouldn't finish school. They said, you'll never be able to hold down a job. But keep a job. I like to write, and they said, you're never going to be able to finish a book. Yeah. Because this is the thing, you begin to balance the things. Yes, ADHD does not go away. You stuck with it forever. But even though I have this thing over here, I have positive things over here. So these two things can balance out my life. Yes, the ADHD is an obstacle. Yes, the ADHD makes my life so often disappointing. Yes, the ADHD hurts my relationships. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to. I can either focus on the obstacle or I can focus on the opportunity. Where are you going to put your focus? When you have these difficult things, these challenging things that are going on in your life, are you going to keep focusing on the difficult? No. Right? You're going to move forward and you're going to focus on the positive. What can I do with my life? I can turn this detriment into a testimony. There are things that I can do so that I can move forward. There are 5 ways to turn your obstacles into opportunities. Number 1, I spoke about it already, is number 1 is your focus. What are you choosing to focus on? Imagine one day you're sitting at work and you've got this great place, and you got your food and you got your dessert, right? Your dessert is sitting to the side because you're waiting, you're holding off to eat it. And then somebody calls themselves your friend, comes in there, talks to you, and then puts their fork in your dessert. Now, you could have been having a great day, right? A great day, but that one incident is going to ruin the rest of the day for you. Those 30 seconds ruin 24 hours. Where are you going to place your focus? What do you focus on? Focus. The next thing is being able to absolve yourself and others. There are people that have hurt you. With ADHD, I went to my mom one day when I was about to finish college, and I said, Mom, you did this to me, and this to me, and this to me, and because of it, you ruined my life. And my mom says to me, Peggy, I did the best I could with what I knew. My mommy said, Peggy, I love you, and I just did the best that I could. Being able to forgive my mommy and forgive my daddy and forgive other persons that said I would never be anything. I can forgive them because I'm walking forward. Because I'm walking forward. But not only can I forgive them, I can forgive myself for pulling all of the petals of the pocketbook plant. I can forgive myself for all of the things that I do, that I've done, and I can move forward and just focus on the positive and be better. The next one is value. Can you value yourself? Can you value what you bring to the table? I wrote a poem for y'all guys. This is the magnificent poem. You are absolutely magnificent. Emancipated from every predicament, your power and potential are both infinite, a perfected and precise instrument. There is no accident in your predicament, a life tapestry of hills and valleys so intricate. You are unstoppable, phenomenal, and diligent, wounded, willing, and still vigilant. You're designed by the divine, it's no coincidence, with a purpose and potential so significant. Your excellence and execution have no equivalent because you are absolutely magnificent. You are magnificent. But see, it's one thing for me to read this poem about you. Can you read the poem and say, I am absolutely magnificent? Can you say that about yourself? Can you say that I am emancipated from every imprisonment? My power and my potential are both infinite, a perfected and precise instrument. Can you say that about yourself? Do you have value? If you walk over to my table, you will find these little cards. And right here is the little QR code. And you take your phone and you go there. And it'll lead you to my website and where you can subscribe, and my social media where you can follow, and my books. But all the way at the bottom is a copy of this poem for you. And I want you to be able to print that poem out and read it about yourself, knowing that you are absolutely magnificent. We talked about focus, we talked about absolving, we talked about value. Now we're going to talk about, what is my next one? Being open. Are you open to new people? Because you've absolved, you let things go. Are you open to a new community? Are you open to new dreams? Are you open to receive what God has for every single one of you? Do you know that there are things about you that God has planned that you have no idea? But you got to focus forward. You got to move forward. You got to let some stuff go. You got to recognize your value. You got to be open. And then my last one is an R. Ready. Are you ready? Can you be ready to do what God has for you? Are you ready to move in the direction of your dreams? Or are you scared? Are you holding on to those limiting beliefs that stop you from doing what you are called to do, what you are purposed to do? Every single one of you has a purpose and a calling on your life. Don't you let what happened in the past stop you. Don't let some doctor's diagnosis stop you. Don't let a divorce, don't let some bad kids, don't let what some teacher said, don't let any of that stop you from fulfilling your purpose. We said focus, we said absolving, we said value, we said open, and we said ready. You know what that spells? Favor. I decree and declare favor on your life. Favor on your life. There is more to meet the eye. You can go farther and farther and farther if only you would hold on to what you know. You have dreams deep inside you and places you have yet to go. there is favor on your life. But it's not enough, again, for me to decree and declare favor on your life. What do you believe about yourself and where you are going? Can you decree and declare favor on your life? Can you say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm open. Yes, I value me. Yes, I'm going to exalt myself and others. And yes, I'm going to focus. How much time do I got? I'm sorry.
6 minutes over.
I'm trying to stay within my time. I lived in California a few years ago. And in California, there's fire. Now, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from like the Mid-Atlantic area, Jersey. And we don't have fires like that, you know. So one day, I'm driving down the highway because I'm on my way to class outside of LA. I'm driving from Simi Valley to Burbank. And I'm driving along. This is like January, February. And I see these snow. These big flakes flying out of the sky. And I was like, wow, this is like a miracle. I'm seeing snow on the highway, Southern California. And then I noticed that the flakes were gray. And then some of them looked a little black. And I'm like, what kind of snow? And I'm driving along. And I turn the bend, and there's fire. On both sides, like there's mountains in California, lots of mountains along the highway, and the whole sides were engulfed in flames. Engulfed. Now, it was really strange to me because, you know, not just the fire, but the mere fact that people were driving. Now, I wanted to pull off the highway, you know, and go home and call like the Red Cross or whoever you call when there's a disaster, because I was scared to death. But everybody else was just driving along like, what was going on? So I decided, you know, I'm going to follow along and drive to. I got to my destination and people were laughing at me because, you know, I'm not from there, and I thought I was scared to death. They thought it was funny. It wasn't funny. It was scary out there. But the thing I noticed about the mountains, right? The mountains, once the fire was gone, was black. I was like, wow, mountains have been destroyed. It's the saddest thing because it was so beautiful. But see, then after the black, there began to be these little pieces of green. And I thought it was really strange because I had been out there for about a year and I had never seen any green on these mountains at all. But you see, the fire had added nutrients to the soil and things began to grow. There are fires that happen in our lives. But these are the things purposed for good things to grow. You know, the people in California could drive like that because, you know, they were used to it. And I wasn't used to it. But see, there are people that have gone before you that have experienced what you're going through. People that can be your guide and your testimony. People that can help you along. So yes, it might be new. Yes, you might be in pain right now, but I'm here to tell you that I've been there before. You can get through whatever you're going through. There is a purpose for the madness that you're experiencing. And your latter shall be greater. Be blessed and know that you are loved.